Hello, Hat-Tricks fans. The critical weekends keep on coming for the Danbury Hat-Tricks as the home stretch of the season is here with 16 regular season games to go before the Hat-Tricks take the postseason. The Hat-Tricks, they take on Port Huron twice this weekend, and they're both here at the Danbury Ice Arena. I'm Wyatt Kopelman here alongside forward Connor Woolley, as we're a pleasure to be joining you here in the Hat-Tricks Lounge. And Connor, I have to ask, you have 3 straight multi-point outings now, and you helped the team with that late goal in the third period, and then also the shootout goal as well, the lone one of that shootout. What do you attribute to that kind of success in Watertown?
I definitely had a little bit of a break leading up to that. I was a little banged up, but that definitely attributes to that. End of a 3-game weekend, just kind of keeping things simple, pounding the rock, we like to say, and on a weekend like that where, you just got to keep doing what works and keep doing what works for our team, and then eventually the results will show.
You mentioned what's working for your team right now. It seems like the power play is really at its highest point. It has 15 in the last 10 games. How do you think the team can capitalize on that moving forward and carry into this weekend?
Just keep doing what we're doing. I think we're doing the little things right. We're definitely competing really hard in practice, and that's where it translates to the games for sure.
What is the message right now in practice as you face a very familiar opponent for the third time in 4 games?
It's one of those things where it really comes down to the details, of the game itself, their tendencies, their plays, their systems, just being accommodated with that. Obviously, we're very familiar with that, so I think just keeping that fresh in our minds going into the weekend is what we need to do.
And you took 2 points from the Prowlers on Saturday in what was a major come-from-behind victory. That was the 11th. Watertown on Sunday was the 12th come-from-behind victory for this crew. What level of resilience do you see from this team in the second half of the season here?
I got chills when you asked that. It's so amazing because, in the beginning of the season this year to see where we've grown from then to now, especially recently, we're having all those success coming back. We can be in a lot of positions and we're not really worried. I think we have a good group of guys that really just all are there for each other. We're picking each other up in instances that we need to. It's really easy to find success in a room like that.
And how do you describe the transition coming off the 15-day IR and getting back to skating next to Vadim Frolov and Glenn Van Durken?
They make my job real easy. I got a lot of touches out there. Coming off IR, it's never easy. Your legs take a day or two to get back into, game shape and, game feel. But, coming back with those two was super easy, and it was a pleasure to play with them.
When did you realize you'd have the chance to return and contribute to this team, as it's about as hot as it can be in any FPHL team right now?
Oh, it's amazing. It's being a part of a team like this, when we're this hot, it feels really good, obviously, and to contribute in any way, you're doing your job, and that feels good at the end of the day.
I know you were here 2 seasons ago for your first in Danbury when the team won the Cup. It was only 5 games, but now you've had a chance to expand upon your involvement with the team, as you said, the vital nature of contributing to this club and everything it sets out to do. As you have the chance to watch film, to go through practice, to learn from Johnny and Gonzo in their first season as co-ed coaches, how do you describe the culture that you continue to assimilate to here in Danbury?
We have such a tight, I'd say the culture is really just built around having a family. We're such a tight-knit group, no matter, who's going and, who's where. It's always super tight, family first. They always emphasize do it like a pro, be a pro about it. So I think that's the biggest thing with them and their mentality and our culture here is, that family mentality, being a pro, taking it every day, showing up to work, clocking in, all those things that come with the success.
Last one for you here. The Hat-Tricks, they take on the Prowlers twice this weekend. You saw them last Saturday. What do you believe this team can prove as it has a chance to climb ahead of Watertown by, I believe, 9 points this weekend?
I'd like to say I think that's where we belong. I think this weekend is a good chance to prove that. Creating that gap is, what we want to do heading into April, and we're definitely planning to do so.
The Hat-Tricks, they take on the Port Huron Prowlers twice this weekend, and it's a big weekend for the Hat-Tricks as they look to preserve second place following 2 wins at Watertown and 1 on Port Huron on Saturday. Puck drop for Friday night is 7:30 here at the Danbury Ice Arena, and then they repeat it on Saturday as well. For Connor Woolley, I'm Wyatt Kopelman saying so long for now. Connor, thanks for joining us here.
Thank you. Been a pleasure.
Awesome.
I hope that was a good ending for you.
Yeah, that was good.